Miles has won this argument 47 times. He's winning it right now, in the shower, 7:14 on a Tuesday morning, finger raised, water running, delivering a line so good it should end the conversation permanently. The conversation has never happened, and it is not going to happen the way he's rehearsing it. You have done this. Maybe not in the shower, but maybe in the car, or at 2 in the morning, or walking somewhere with headphones in and no music playing. So here's the question worth sitting with. Why is a brain this good at building the perfect conversation, completely unable to use a single word of it when the real one starts? So here's Miles. He's 28. He's good at his job the way quiet people are good at their jobs. The work is excellent, and almost nobody knows who did it. On Friday, he has a meeting with his manager. He's going to ask for a promotion he has genuinely earned. It's Tuesday, which gives him about 72 hours of unstructured mental space, and he is going to spend most of it on a stage nobody else can see. Here's what the stage looks like. He plays himself, obviously, composed, a little warmer than he actually feels. He also plays his manager, assembled from memory, mild suspicion, and one facial expression she made 8 months ago that almost certainly meant nothing. And he plays the audience. By Wednesday, the rehearsals have gotten better, but that's the strange part. They improve. Wednesday morning, in the car, he lands a line about his role expanding faster than his title so cleanly that he says yeah out loud at a red light. Wednesday night, the imagined manager pushes back harder, so he writes her a better objection, and then he beats it. Thursday, he adds a pause, just a short one, before the important part. He decides the pause is powerful. By Thursday evening, Miles has a fully staged, emotionally satisfying 11-minute scene in which he is completely and unarguably right. And here's what nobody tells you about that stage. It is exhausting. Not as a figure of speech. Rehearsing a confrontation runs the same stress machinery as having one. His shoulders are tight. He slept badly. On Thursday, he skipped lunch with a friend because he didn't have the energy for it. He spent that energy. He spent it in an empty theater on a performance with no audience for a conversation that hasn't even started. So why does the brain do this? 3 things are running at once, and all 3 are doing their jobs correctly. The first is the Zeigarnik effect. Unfinished business doesn't get filed away, it stays open like a tab you can hear running in the background. Anything your mind considers unresolved keeps a small amount of attention permanently assigned to it. Friday's conversation is the most unresolved thing in Miles's life, so it never closes. The second is threat rehearsal. When your brain flags something socially risky, it runs simulations. It's trying to prepare you. That isn't a malfunction. It's the same machinery that once let people plan a hunt or anticipate a rival. The third is the spotlight effect, the reliable overestimation of how closely other people are watching you. In Miles's rehearsal, his manager remembers every single word he's ever said. In reality, she has her own Friday. Put those 3 together and you don't get preparation. You get a theater. Friday, 2 p.m. His manager sits down, and before Miles can begin any version of the thing he has practiced 47 times, she says, "I've been meaning to talk to you about the Henderson account. How would you feel about running it?" That's the opening, and Miles has nothing. Not because he's unprepared, because he is catastrophically overprepared for a conversation that doesn't exist. 47 rehearsals, 0 transferable lines, every single one of them written for a scene that never even got staged. He says, no, that sounds good. 11 minutes of material, 9 words delivered. Here's the reframe, and it's the whole point of this. Miles was not preparing. Preparation is flexible. Preparation is knowing your material well enough to survive a question you didn't predict. What Miles built was the opposite of flexible, a script so specific that any deviation made it worthless. So if it wasn't preparation, what was it? It was completion. The rehearsal loop isn't your mind getting ready for the future. It's your mind trying to finish something, an argument you lost, a moment where you didn't say the thing, a conversation that ended before it resolved. The stage was never built for them. It was built for you. This means the fix isn't simply about willpower, and it isn't to suddenly stop overthinking, which has never once worked for anybody in the entire history of being a victim of overthinking. Three things actually help. 1. Write down the next step instead of the entire script. Your brain treats a plan as progress, and that's enough to close the tab. Not, here's my 11-minute argument. Just simply, Friday, ask about the title. 2. Notice the moment rehearsal turns into a performance. Planning has questions in it. Performing has an audience. And 3, and this is the hard one, say the plain version out loud early, before you've even had time to polish it into something that you may consider impressive. So Miles sends an email to his manager that evening. 4 sentences, no dramatic pause, no line he's proud of, and nothing that would work on stage at all. It says he's glad about Henderson and that he'd like to talk about what his title should be once it's his. She replies in 9 minutes. It's smaller than any rehearsal he ran, and it's the first one that actually happened. The conversations you rehearse are almost never about the conversations themselves. They are about an ending you never received. So you're allowed to stop performing these conversations, and you're allowed to say the unpolished, raw versions the first time. If your brain runs a theater just like this one, the short videos on this channel take apart one pattern, just like it, every single day.